Okay, so I'm back again, basically continuing the video. So basically what I was showing y'all how to do is turn the Epson inkjet Epson Homix XP 4105 into basically a sublimation inkjet printer, or into an inkjet printer. So basically where I left off at is basically putting the ink back into my Epson computer with the cartridges that I already basically refilled with sublimation ink. So as you can see, the levels is basically showing once I put the sublimation ink back in the actual cartridges that came in the Epson printer, but I basically refilled them with sublimation ink. You can see that it'll basically show you the ink level of each cartridges. So the black basically halfway filled, the yellow basically halfway filled back up. The Magnata, I didn't want to overfill it because it had started oozing and it started to make a mess. So it's some in there, but it's not all the way full. The Canyon is halfway full. So now what I'm gonna do is print supply status sheets. Okay, load. So basically what I'm about to do now is load a piece of paper into the actual printer and print a piece of paper. Yeah. So if you come hold this for me, you stand on this side, baby. Just you can put it. Just aim it on it. Get this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna use the back of this. I don't want to mess up anymore. Okay. Okay. Well, not just keep recording. So basically, what I'm about to do now is I'm about to basically print off a paper, and it's basically gonna have a print check. So it's basically gonna make sure everything is good, everything is right, and I saw somewhere it said sublimation ink shows up lighter instead of darker. So that's going to basically let me know if the ink is actually running through my printer the correct way, and if the sublimation ink is actually getting onto the paper. What I'm doing right now is I'm using a heat. Well, basically, I'm using sublimation paper, but I'm about to print off on one of those just to see. And then once I actually print off a picture to do my heat press, which is right here, I'm going to use a sublimation, I believe A4 paper that I got off a line, and hopefully it should work. So close this. That. You want to make sure your paper is lined up and sized up right. Then you basically press OK for paper size, OK for letter size, OK, OK. Paper type, favorite paper, close, and then you just press print. So now what it's doing is just basically printing. Okay. So basically it's just showing my ink levels and stuff like that, which is we saw right here what my ink levels was, which the black ink level was halfway full, the yellow was halfway full, the magneto was kind of halfway full, and the Canyon was halfway full. Maintenance information, maintenance box, product name C9344, remaining capacity for supplies is recommended. Make use of this sheet when you purchase the printer supplies. Yeah, so I believe it's working. So the print supply status. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna basically have to put in another sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead. You could do this with regular paper. I'm actually using my sublimation paper, which I really don't want to use, because these are basically like supplies that I'm gonna be using to make my heat transfer shirts. So basically I'm gonna do this one more time, just to make sure. You want to do this a couple of times just to make sure you want to do this just to make sure that everything come out just right. So thank you for using Epson Printer XP Series Supply Status Sheet ink cartridges. Basically it's telling me about the ink levels again. Maintenance information, maintenance box, product name. For your convenience, having spare printer supplies is recommended. Okay, so I'm gonna just go to close and basically close. So this is my black. As y'all can see, the black is kind of showing up. A little lighter. Yeah, the black is actually showing up a little lighter than it should. This is sublimation A4 paper right here. This is the front side. This is the back side. The pink side is the back side. And as y'all can see, actually, this is a good example of how dark the regular ink is from the Epson printer that it came with compared to the sublimation ink that I put in, right? Yeah, so, and that's it. That's basically how you do it. And I'm gonna post another video after I print off a picture to get ready to do a heat press. Huh?